Right. So I'm just going to focus on this part here.
Okay.
Not the other part where we came from.
Sure.
And I want to.
You're looking for the enemy.
Which sense? Yeah. I'm gonna be looking.
Right.
I'm gonna be looking for more danger.
Given the analysis of their working parts that you have figured out, and also from the hive's information that the archivist has now shared, you are actually able now to. Oh, by the way, what sense? Sight?
Yeah, sight.
Okay.
Sight.
At this point, you are able to scan all sorts of places around, and you will be able to find the few seekers and dissemblers, the things that you fought last time. Seekers are like soccer ball size floaty things, which are terrible. And
assemblers are the
yes. And so the dissemble meaning to fool or to fake. But
I heard assemble and I was like, what are they trying to assemble into? Okay,
fortunately
dissemble. Okay.
So what happens to the point is that you are able to locate several of each where they have not yet been activated into killing you. For whatever reason, you have not been close enough, or it has been too long and it's taking a while for them to get their systems online. So with just a half hour of work, you two can very easily, especially with your spear,
my spear.
Oh, you have a spear, right? Especially with your spear, it should be quite easy to go and deactivate all the ones that you know where they are, you know how they work. You are capable of very easily clearing this sector of all of those things. It will take, I said half an hour. It seems like an hour is probably more reasonable with all the,
They are looking for food. I'll just immediately translate this information, like for the locations to you, and I'm not sure if to the mechanic as well. I'm gonna
probably do it to everybody.
Yes, but for them it's gonna be more like be careful in this area. So it's like.
So the two of you are busy slaughtering robots, and you, when you go to this living space, now that it is, now when they say it's clear, right, then you are able to go and get an idea of the facilities there. It would be much easier if you were a breeder and had a more functioning, you have a use-based understanding of a lot of these things, but not, these designs are not familiar to you. But with a little bit of comedy, you will be able to find some of the long-term storage. A lot of the long-term storage is intended to be processed into edible food. So it needs to go through some machinery and some kinds of units and things. Otherwise, you're kind of chewing on a nutrient brick,
Might have instructions on
the
label.
Well, again, these are things that are not. I am not going to consider them to be role worthy. It's just going to take some time
to figure it out.
Yeah. And so the next hour is taken up with these sorts of activities. You were talking about getting into the energy area, correct?
Yes, but not touching, just looking until I get the approval that everything is safe.
Exactly.
I learned my lesson.
Oh. That's actually a profound thing for you to say about the character.
Character development.
Very much so, because that is a first. So in that case, we will let that time go by, and being able to get in now that you don't have to worry about something jumping on your back is much easier. These areas had been fortified, but they had not been sealed. In other words, they had not been closed off in some permanent way.
Yeah.
They had just been strengthened. So, but you can see the modifications that people had made. getting into this area here is going to be a little bit like your candy store. What is also interesting is that the hive uses a lot of the same technology, and it has not really been altered very much.
Okay.
So the basic energy technology is quite similar. And it's also kind of interesting how much of it is, from our perspective, more low-tech than you might think in a spaceship. There are actually combustion engines here and there for certain working parts. There are actually ordinary batteries that you and I probably would recognize, or at least recognize, if not exactly the same. And so it does have advanced technology of some kind, obviously, but it doesn't have. But even that looks. It doesn't look science fiction-y. It looks industrial. It looks like it was made in our language, culturally. So you are able to have a fine time examining this. It's in very good condition. Good. Most of it had been shut down to a minimum. From our perspective, or perhaps the archivist's perspective, that means that when they realized that they were losing, they sealed off the energy, turned it off in specific ways, and sealed up this other area too.
Okay.
And then fought to the last. Yeah. So yes, you can work there, I think, without too much trouble. If you want to make a roll to get everything under, not just running, but so that you or others can actually operate things easily, then that will take a roll, but you'll get a bonus from the just as we discussed from the previous.
Can
Yeah.
My character is really asking now, so
Yes, go ahead.
I mean,
Now you have our permission to.
I don't know for how long he's going to ask for this kind of things, but
There we go.
so
25.
25 with a bonus makes 30.
yeah,
So
I have 9, which is 2 degrees
19.
of success.
3
Yeah.
successes. Yeah.
3?
9, 19, 29.
Oh yeah.
So in this case, that's quite magnificent. And I think that all of you are now able to operate. It is not, currently flight worthy. I mean, that would take actually a spaceport, right, to launch from.
Yeah.
It did not land under optimum circumstances.
Because of the sound and all of that?
Yeah. But on the other hand, it is very functional. You can see why they used it as a base of operations. It's quite functional. And all of a sudden, you can take food bricks and turn them into actual
Nice.
food.
You're welcome.
That's right. All of the powered weapons are easily rechargeable at this point. The technology to do it is very available in this engineering-ish area.
Is there anything for portable battery station pack? Something?
Like weapons recharge?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Kalashnikov units, slapped into your blaster. Yes.
I'm thinking Terminator.
Well, I did say at least one pulse cannon.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Wait. So what
there were-
weapons?
there-
I mean, like I'm with the spear.
There were there were blasters, there were pulse cannons, and
Power blades.
power blades. So I'm gonna take 2 power blades.
You don't have to write
No, you
it
don't
down.
have to.
Fine.
I need.
Okay, to double check, Helma, thoughts, concerns?
Thoughts of if I manage to make some kind of food, my next thought would be, is there any facility that cleans water? Is
Yes.
there any possibility to feeling filthy?
Yeah, absolutely. All of you are extremely filthy, in fact. And so, therefore, yes, you get to have the first shower. Now, I will say that that this was
It
shipboard.
might be air. thing.
Right. This was a shipboard kind of thing, so therefore it is limited to extremely brief water.
Please,
But
everything I want.
but then you
Oh,
do
Clovis.
also have, but it is possible to give yourself a really good cleaning. So yeah.
Just to sum up, we have somebody who like forged from height.
Mm-hmm.
So it's somebody who basically dug under the soil to find whatever. One who fight and probably was splashed with oil all the way.
Oh well, all sorts of things actually. You still actually have some of his blood caked on you, right? And then also you have been crawling under tables in ruined industrial circumstances.
I'm pretty sure I have
Right,
not
you were-
only my blood, but
Right.
probably like pretty nasty
You
looking
were
wounds
pretty
and
Right,
stuff.
right.
So,
Well, the Max's character had tended to you very well,
Okay.
so that's
You're
good.
probably
So you
the
are not.
cleanest
That's
of
why I'm-
everybody.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
some
yeah.
patches are clean.
Right, but that's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you are.
yeah.
Yeah, you are medically more sanitary than the rest, but not personally. But so therefore, the archivist is the first to enjoy actually cleaning up. Henna, what is happening with your interesting?
I don't know. Probably just again being the useless person, helping maybe with the food
Okay.
machine.
I was thinking of I would have asked 11,
Yeah.
57, 16 to assist
Mhm.
with
Stuffing the sausages.
figuring out this
That's right, yeah.
kitchen thing.
Exactly. Okay, so
So-
this is actually coming along quite nicely. Now the
I have a question for the AD5211.
mhm.
We have
You.
more. You.
Okay.
We're using numbers now.
I will never get it. So
I'm probably going to 80 right now. But can you make, this toaster thing, the machine, that we killed?
Uh-huh.
Can you reprogram that?
I think it's a terrible idea.
I was
I
thinking,
honestly think it's a terrible idea.
but I was thinking if we could make it so it kills its own, because it recognizes us from it. If we can program that and then take the blaster cannon, we have an automatic weapon that could.
True, but it's a terrible idea.
You want to give it a blaster cannon?
Yeah.
What
like-
if we can make it? What if we can make it a protective to protect us? We know how it works. It's
Sure,
very
but,
basic
I mean-
technology.
After the scolding you just gave me about like being not too touchy with the technology,
Right.
I think it's a terrible idea.
We also can imagine exactly how the dice are going to turn out.
Exactly. And no,
I'm just asking you because
I mean, I will do it
I
if
think
I
I-
get
I-
approval from the hive.
Yeah.
But personally, I think it's a terrible idea.
Oh wait. Didn't they have a machine outside that was supposed to protect this? That it was completely destroyed.
There
well,
are,
it was
it's
my-
up here. Yeah.
No, but wasn't it something we
No,
on
That
did
was,
this?
I don't think so. That
That
was all
was mining
industrial.
equipment.
Okay.
I destroyed everything, by the way.
Yeah,
It was
probably.
rather
You left,
successful there.
you left quite a wreck there. Okay.
But what did you say this was?
Up here?
Yeah.
Okay. This had been converted into a weapons and defense platform.
Goes towards the surface.
But I'm okay to turn that one.
Yeah, this is open to the.
But
to the-
it's like out there. There is this.
yeah.
I was thinking about building this up to a more basically to a fortress.
Yeah.
And
It already has been.
Okay.
It's been beaten up, but there's potential here.
Okay. Can you repair what they have built? If I say that.
For what? I mean,
We know there are more of those outside. We know that they. Do we know that they are not? Have you told us that?
Yeah, she
Okay.
she shared that.
We know they are not going to grow in numbers, and we need protection. If we can build back, repair those things.
Well,
The things they have, we might have a standing chance.
Do you mean the defenses of the
Of-
displays? You
Yes.
don't mean the
Attackers.
seekers and dissemblers that we just killed?
That would be a side quest if it would be possible. I know it's a dangerous thing, but the thing is, without the hive, we are low in numbers. They are as we know, our enemies are both the hive right now and the others, and these machines. We need more. We need more hands.
Even if we manage to I'm actually going to say it like when our technician
He's going to fail his role.
reprograms one of them, we have no certainty that they're not going to be able to hack back in once they face each other.
That is
something
And
is controlling them.
And then we're going to be turning something that we thought was protecting us into one extra enemy that is attacking us.
But we weren't able to telepathically communicate or
We do not know how they communicate.
Was it like that?
We don't know if they communicate. We know how they work, not how they communicate.
I thought they were completely like just operating
something
alone.
Something is controlling them.
Well,
something.
Right, but to be clear on what I tried to communicate about that is the source from which they come, and it may have some kind of an operations algorithm or something, but it seems to be very stupid. In other words,
they activated when we came.
Correct.
I'd rather be on the safe side.
Right.
I agree. I completely agree with 3934.
I think character is just going to side with the archivist as he did earlier in the game.
So I'm only
Yeah.
speaking information. I'm not taking a side on the interesting dispute, which is that there is no indication of any kind of intelligent response on the part of whatever is sending these robots.
Okay.
It seems to be, just as Max described, an extremely automated, extremely like coffee pot sort of mentality. It's on and it makes its coffee, and that's the way that this whatever that satellite is, that's the way it has conducted all of this. Its only advantage is that it is very competent.
Yes, but
Not that it is intelligent or strategic.
But if we say to this coffee machine, make tea, and then it meets something else and it tells us, no, you're supposed to make coffee. That's my problem.
Right.
Decide that we are tea.
Right. I'm just saying that I'm not taking a side on this. I'm only to tell you what you are working with.
That's an option as well.
So while this interesting debate is going on, I would like anybody to give me one last ability check on anything you think is important that we can conduct quickly before I finally agree with Helma that we can start playing. Although this has been played, that's true, but I'm not just going to do, adolescent biomechs, bickering with each other forever, right?
What?
So, yeah.
I do want to make a survival check to see if we have everything we need or if we need anything else. But I'm also thinking about making a medicine check because it's looking if everybody is okay. And
if you succeed in your medicine check, then if we check the rules here, I believe it will even tell us how many wounds can be repaired.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do a medicine check.
And also with all the things we have just described, everybody, if you have lost some stun, even that one you just spent, you can get it back now.
How much?
1.
But I'm gonna do a medicine check. Is anybody gonna do anything else?
I think I played my part already.
And I'm just looking up a rule or 2. Okay. Yes, there you go. Oh, I see. Oh, I like this. For every level of success attained, 1 point of wounds is changed to 1 point of stun.
Ouch.
Yeah, but then that recovers on its
Yeah,
own.
yeah, sure.
But that's a good. I like that.
It's better with stun than with wounds.
But that's a cool mechanic.
Depends.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like
if you
that.
spend stun,
Because it's not just magical healing.
Yeah.
when you're going.
Okay, let's go ahead. Go ahead, man.